the fourth and final. We talk over. I don't know.
We check out.
We check out. We talk over. What do you want to call it? For
We check out
Games,
SGF.
Summer Games Fest of 2025. The last one we're going to do is Xbox Games Showcase and the Outer Worlds. I keep getting those two confused. I've got it wrong again.
No, you got it right that time. Outer Worlds 2. Good job.
2. Deep dive thing, which we may not watch all of.
They called it direct,
depending on what it is.
Yeah.
But yes, so this is Xbox. We've seen a Sony one, a Day of the Devs one. We've watched offline tickets, so to speak. We've also watched the Summer Games Fest, like the Keelys proper. And then we watched the Frosted Games Fest event last night or yesterday. I think personally that's probably of the three we've actually watched. That was probably the best of the three.
The most interesting of the three we've done videos of. Absolutely.
We've also watched offline. I don't know if you've done it too, but I've watched the Future Games show event.
I just went to the Steam pages for those.
Went to the same page. That was a good show as well. And I'm a bit way through the PC gaming show that was on after this one, I think, if I recall, in terms of time. I personally think that show is the worst. The two hosts just drive me fucking nuts.
Oh, is it just as weeby and fucking...
Yeah, and they've actually got... And this time they've actually got...
Assholes.
They're not assholes, they're just show's not right. In another studio, they've got people building a PC.
Oh, I think I remember hearing something about that.
I think you can win it, I think, is the upshot.
Yeah.
I think, which is an odd thing, but yeah, it's just not, the presentation is just not basically. But
I will look at the Steam store page.
What they're showing off has been pretty neat, so that's looking. There's some good stuff there, I think, too. Sweet. But expectations, I think the obvious one is there's probably going to be a Call of Duty of some sort.
Yep.
I'm expecting something on Fable, even if it's just proof of life. If not, what else?
Richard Ayoade says hello.
Some sort of Forza announcement of some sort, maybe.
It should be a Horizon.
It should be an Horizon.
If they stick to their holding pattern, it should be a Horizon.
We'll see.
I was thinking about this today, actually.
What else could we? I mean, they've got so many freaking studios. It's hard to keep track of what they could put out. Might be some more Diablo stuff.
Quake.
Diablo stuff, maybe.
New Diablo expansion.
Maybe, I don't know. Next season, I don't know what they'll cover. That Project Dark reboot thingamabob that's been in the works for friggin'
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark has been reboot for ages.
That looked fucking awesome last year.
Yeah, I thought it looked really good, so that might be, hopefully maybe get a date on that. Maybe that'll be
Jesus Christ, can you imagine if Microsoft just goes, hey, check this out. Boom! Second half of the year, all fixed for you fuckers.
What else could there be?
Gears E-Day is, I would almost...
That'll be a this year game, so that'll get a Guernsey.
I don't know, but if it's this year, though.
Oh, when they announced it a couple of years ago, who knows? What else have they got? Anyway, lots of stuff potentially, so let's dive in. This video basically kicks off straight away. There's no countdown or anything, which is nice, I propose.
From an organisational perspective, it's nice.
Yes. Let me just make sure I'm on the right thing. We'll cut to that, and then
What? No!
Play that.
You mean to tell me there's going to be a Black Ops 7?
Cut to that.
18 plus.
There we go.
Need a world premiere button. Oh, is this... Didn't they show this last year?
Oh, this is, this, Bioshock.
Wait, or is this Outer Worlds 2?
Do you think I care that the colony is in disarray? We didn't come to Arcadia to get bogged down in pointless warfare. We came to spread freedom and liberate resources for profit. But this pesky
now the video's gone for a bit longer. It's just the video's a touch louder over
They're
you.
not alone in doing so.
Sorry.
And they think they can just choose how things play out.
There we go.
They could stop us from
God, I'm looking forward to this.
brainwashing technology, which we need to improve our market share.
That first one was really good.
What if this stranger aligned with the Order and that world computer?
I hope they don't go
of theirs?
nuts and make it like
That
fucking
could be the
80
key
hours
to
long.
closing the rifts that threaten the colonies. So, you see why this menace must be wiped from the face of existence. Or, better yet, brought to our side through the power of capitalism.
Was she in the first? This auntie lady in the first one?
Out there and buy our way to victory.
There was someone like that in the first one, but I
Yeah.
don't think it was her.
I'm yearning and yearning for you.
So they're making the weapons weirder, which is cool.
Every last bit of my way.
I thought this was that other steampunk first-person shooter they had.
Every last bit that I save is intended for you.
Okay.
The cost may
Might
be
have been from the first one? No, not too
Yeah, right. This fall. Okay. I'll be honest. At the, like, watching this, I kind of don't need that direct.
No, that's right there.
I'm kind of all right with it just being this.
for you.
An actual date.
An adventure made for capitalism by
Oh,
capitalists.
PS5.
PS5 as well.
Inflate
okay.
our impressions and egos by staying tuned after the showcase.
We should run a count of how many times that shows up.
Every single one of them?
Babe, what's wrong?
I'm sorry. I've just been so depressed lately.
You know, it would fix everything. Humanzapron.
Is this High on Life too?
Yeah, it looks like it. I don't think the game was that well succeeded to get a second.
Yeah, there's also the part where do you include that dipshit, the Rick and Morty creator who's been accused a whole bunch of shit too. You want to skateboard the whole fucking... What? Wait, is that a snapping turtle spewing purple shit? Okay.
Yeah, humans are barely sentient. Scientists have done studies, and their brains are like half the size of ours.
Did you play the first one? I can't remember. Nice logo treatment. Fuck! Oh shit, that's... Wait, does that mean that's PS5 launch as well?
I think it's when it says PS5, that's what it's saying, yeah.
Oh,
That's also this year too, based on that.
yeah.
No date, but a
World
weird
premiere.
Holiday?
window.
Or maybe January, February?
Yeah, true.
I've got no fucking idea what this is right now.
It's new, so
Is it a new IP though? Avowed 2 and it's like 40 years in the future.
this is, I don't know, this is
That is a new IP. Oh, fuck.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Coming.
Wait, what? How?
What? How? What?
How does it tie into Plague Tale?
What?
How does it tie into the Plague Tale stuff?
Could be just the. I don't know.
Yeah.
There was one thing I think I might have been.
Semi-spoiled on. Is this their handheld?
Yeah, I think it's their handheld.
I thought they were bailing on this.
No, never confirmed it at all. There's lots of rumours that they're making it.
Oh, there were rumours that they were making it, but then they were going to just try and adapt Windows for like a third-party one.
I think they'll probably do both, I suspect.
Yeah.
If they're making this, they have to. So.
Well, is it? The font work looks awfully roggy.
Oh, there we go. Well, what are they doing?
So is this an ally, or is this... What? This is the first time fucking Silksong's shown up this weekend.
I think this might be just the OS redesign. Right,
That's a pretty handheldy looking...
Unless they've got an Xbox branded.
Xbox inspired controls. Impulse triggers. They're showing a lot of Silksong just in this thing.
Wow.
Oh, okay. ROG. Alright, there you go.
Huh.
So there's your handheld Xbox.
At Xbox, we strive
okay.
to put the player first. And that's what you've seen from us over the years.
She's been
Wonder
working
how
We've
much
led
it's
the
gonna
industry
cost.
with backward compatibility.
Eh?
We
She's been working
champion
this Xbox for a
crossplay and
long time.
cross-progression. We deliver Game Pass, first on console, then on PC, and with cloud gaming. So what's next? How can we give you even more freedom, more choice, more ways to play? Our next step is to unify your gaming no matter where you buy or play. So we're building an Xbox experience designed for players, not locked to a single store or tied to one device. The Xbox Ally is an Xbox you can hold in your hands, bringing together the power of Xbox and the freedom of Windows. On this Xbox, you can play games across your entire library, including all the Windows PC game stores, from Xbox and Battle.net to Steam, GOG, and Ubisoft Connect. And
Conspicuously
the
not
highly
mentioning
anticipated
Epic.
Hollow Knight Silksong will be available at launch and in Game Pass when the Ally releases later this year. In
Okay,
fact,
so that's the closest
every
we've
new
had
game
to
you
a
see
whole
in today's
Silksong
show
release
will be
date.
playable on the Xbox Ally. We have always wanted you to have the unique experience of Xbox on any screen. That's why we're investing in Xbox Play Anywhere. Whether you're playing on console, PC, smart TV, or any Windows handheld like the new Xbox Ally, the Xbox experience roams
PlayStation.
with you. Your library, progression, friends, and achievements. There are over 1,000 Xbox Play Anywhere games on Xbox today. And every new game you see in today's show, from our partners and our studios, is Xbox Play Anywhere. And because it's Xbox, you can always have access to Game Pass with a diverse lineup of games from the biggest franchises to critically acclaimed indie hits. This is the freedom we believe players should have. Any game, anywhere. And we are giving it our all every day to make this vision real. But it all comes back to the games. From Dead to Rights on the original Xbox to Armored Core 6, our relationship with Bandai Namco Entertainment has stood the test of time.
I was like, Dead to
We
Rights, that's a
both
really
believe
weird
in bringing
reference.
amazing experiences to players around the world, and their next game does exactly that. From Rebel Wolf Studio, this is a story-rich action RPG steeped in dark fantasy that I can't wait for you to explore. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
They haven't shown this yet this weekend, have they?
Don't think so. No.
I don't remember it. Rebel Wolves, what the fuck have they done?
Monsters have always been here. Watching from the shadows.
Former CD Projekt Red.
And when we were at our weakest, they came out into the light.
So this must be their first game.
We feared for our lives. We should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead.
Oh!
Their worst nightmare. A Dawnwalker.
Oh!
I guess we're in the old. We're going in, just walk up the hill.
Yeah, there you go.
Trapped between the two worlds.
Fuck a climbing meter.
Yeah.
Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all. He is out there watching, seeping into you, growing.
Fuck, alright. The CD Projekt Red
Yeah, it's got
lineage of Rebel Wolves.
yeah, and the Witcher and all that stuff.
Yeah,
It's got that all over it.
yeah.
World premiere.
I don't like that world premiere.
The first time he's actually said it.
Nah, second or third.
Okay.
Mario Kart coming out.
What the?
Hang on. He's back! Oh, God.
3D version of Super Meat Boy or something.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's literally 3D Meat Boy.
Yeah.
Like, that thing was hard enough to fucking deal with on a 2D plane.
Exactly, yeah.
But fucking like, I think this is fucking rad. I will play it for maybe half an hour and go, whatever, fuck this.
Yeah, exactly.
But god damn it if it isn't cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about the sameness of Sony. There you go.
Wow.
We talked about the sameness of SGF and Sony. This hasn't been that samey so far.
No.
Meat Boy 3D, what the fuck?
Jesus.
I would not have picked that.
No.
Fuck! Neo 3.
Watch your back,
No, it's not.
Yakumo.
Wait.
You're a wanted criminal now.
I'll kill the Dark Dragon myself. It's my mission.
Ninja Gaiden.
My duty as a brave ninja.
Ninja Gaiden 4, they showed this last year, remember?
Breaking the Dark Dragon free has its consequences.
It was that developer direct where they showed like 3 games. Or was that earlier this year?
No, this is,
I think it was.
This is it.
This was the big surprise announcement out of that thing. And there's Ryu Hayabusa.
There's something I need your help with.
Shark has a face in his mouth.
arms too.
Yeah. Whoa!
The Dark Dragon is mine.
That gives us 3 Ninja Gaiden games in 1 year. This, the re-release of and Ragebound. Fuck! Hey, I'm just saying, check this out. 2025.
Okay. This won't be.
Oh, Indie X
Okay.
DLC for Indie.
Here we go.
Good luck, Indy.
Although this is just showing shit from the main game. There you go.
Okay.
It'll be the DLC that will.
This is where it starts.
What?
Beneath the streets of Rome. Enter the city of Antioch. Find a secret relic. Bring it back to the Holy See. Defend the secret. They worshipped the giants.
Oh, they literally they named it before it came out. It was Kingdom of Giants. Order of Giants, sorry. Alright.
World premiere.
はるか昔、この国に輪廻の獣が現れた。
Fuck, alright then.
輪廻の獣は汚れを吐き、あらゆる生物を蝕んだ。
Huh.
What sort of world have they created here with his robots, animals, and then jumping between flowers?
4026, Jesus Christ.
They've jumped forward a fucking long way.
Can you remember that Xbox game with the that they cancelled where the main protagonist had headphones on the whole time?
Oh, vaguely, yeah.
I feel like they wanted to try and bring that back in some way. Maybe they're kind of getting there with this.
There's that scalebound thing too, as well.
Yeah, scalebound. That's what it was.
That was it, was? Okay.
お前こそが
having headphones, but
輪
nothing.
廻の獣を滅ぼす刃となる。
Alright.
Okay.
I'm in for that. World premiere? No.
The glittering streets of Avalon sure do shine. Because they swoop their filth down to us.
The other thing. The other.
The thing we thought the Outer Worlds 2 one was.
Yeah, yeah.
Or the thing I thought the Outer Worlds 2 one was.
Well, I thought it was too, as well.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think they'd do something that quick.
Yeah.
To play in the mud.
Considering they had that bigger thing at home. That's in Excel's game, yeah.
Life here ain't for the soft-hearted.
You will be paying me back until you fucking rust.
It ain't for the spineless.
To keep your filthy pickers off me.
And it's sure as shite ain't for the
Okay.
decent.
Oh, that's fucking cool. Oh!
Bastard.
Yep, accurate.
Yep, accurate.
Justice itself has been affronted. I have been baffled.
Looks like Willy Wonka if he was chaotic evil.
Yes, I got that part. Do you know anyone who might wish you ill? We can't arrest and question everyone. Let's see if we can narrow the suspects down a bit.
I'm liking this.
They were, trust your instincts, sir. Tall, yes, sir.
Built rather slim, well, muscular.
Mm-hmm.
Was very quick, agile.
Go on.
With a mustache.
Oh, this is the character creator.
I see.
Quite fashionable. That's the fiend who robbed me.
They got my good side this time. Breaking in is the easy part.
He pissed himself.
Getting away with it is the real trick.
These candlesticks ain't gold. Worthless and dull, just like you. Nah, I have a customer. How can I help you?
I'd rather talk to you, Errol.
This is hell of
Sounds like
Outer
I'll get a
Worlds
better
2,
deal.
just
You
the
talk to
other
me
direction
first,
time-wise.
And him, never. Got it?
Uncle's a bit touchy, ain't he, Errol?
Touchy? I say I'm touchy. There. Anything else you'd care to say to Errol? Brains. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
Round here, it's all sharp edges, empty pockets, and blood on the cobbles. Goodbye, Silas.
No, no! I'll hurt you, you fucking meatsack! I'll leave you with a pissing bed of peaches!
You'd either got a gang at your back, or a knife in it.
We're family here. Family takes care of its own.
Can't put a price on that, can you?
Them's in charge. They don't keep order. They keep power.
What this is
Thing into the crucible and
Yeah.
melt it.
But as you say, because it might be so similar
was
to
beaten,
the Outer Worlds, they might not
and too
release
scared
it
to
this
fight
year.
back.
Might be up in early next year.
Want to kill him.
That's why it pays to be clever and well armed.
Okay.
Let's
Unless
go
they
and end a
they
few
reckon they
arguments.
can differentiate it between Outer Worlds 2 and this.
No, it's a very different style of intelligence.
It's very different setting-wise, but the very base gameplay looks similar. Whoa, hang on.
And if they
It's
can
also
read my
more about
history,
the way the game, the story
can
can be
rewrite
told
us.
is way different too.
But look who just found Mummy's keys.
The time.
Now I can fiddle with time. Put the bullet back in the barrel. Bring the chaos to a crawl. Take a mistake and make it like it never happened. We can change the world as we know it. One choice at a time. And I can even go back and change the past to change the future. And let me tell ya, the hunters don't like it when the rabbits got the gun.
I wonder how complex they make that time manipulation stuff.
Yeah. You see how fast-paced this is going out and it's really
Yeah. If it's just basic, sort of slow, like time manipulation, slowing down, whatever.
Yeah. There's a quick.
Now
Yeah,
let
there you
me
go.
alone and piss off!
That'll be probably mid next year-ish.
Next year game at least.
That looks fucking awesome, though.
That looks really fucking
Our
good.
creative teams are dedicated to bringing players award-winning, record-breaking, critically acclaimed games. Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision, Doom, The Dark Ages from Bethesda, Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred from Blizzard, and Avowed from Xbox Game Studios. All of our teams across Xbox First Party are shipping their most played games ever, and they're also delivering more content than ever before. From original single-player experiences to vast online worlds, our teams are empowered to build the games they've always dreamed of. We want our players to have the choice and flexibility of where and how
It's such
they
a
play
different
the games
philosophy,
our teams
seemingly,
make.
than what Sony's
So, of
got going
course,
on.
Our games will be available day one in Game Pass,
Xbox have been doing
and
this
every
way of
new
doing
game we
things for
make
several
for both
years.
Xbox consoles and PC will be Xbox.
Maybe they're just
Play
making it more
Anywhere.
explicit now.
On
The
behalf of our
idea
creative
of
teams, thank you.
Yeah.
These experiences don't stop when you put down the controller. As you've seen in recent years, more and more of our characters, stories, and worlds are expanding to brand new audiences through
Fallout
TV and
TV show.
film. A Minecraft movie and the Fallout TV series broke records and brought millions of players into the game. We have more projects in the
That
works
show was
as
surprisingly
gaming
really
continues
good.
to influence film and television
Fallout one,
like
yeah.
never before. When it comes to growing new franchises, Obsidian is having a year like no other. From launching a blockbuster new game like Avowed to the upcoming release of The Outer Worlds 2 this October. Obsidian is always delivering great games, and they have a third game launching.
I was going to say, is
this
Obsidian
year.
really doing a
You'll get to go
third?
deeper on it in
Sounds
our
like it.
direct, but until then, let's take a look.
World premiere.
I told you, you can't run from me, you foul beast! With new flexible legs, the Yoke Girth action figure can ride anything!
Breaking news. There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will and left to fight for their survival in the backyard
Grounded 2?
of a
Grounded
deranged
2 or something?
scientist. Formerly evil company Ominent Practical Technologies was set to dedicate a statue of the 4 teenagers, fast food science robot Burgle, and Dr. Tully when an explosion erupted. Dr. Tully and the teenagers' current whereabouts are also unknown.
Definitely grounded, isn't it?
You gotta keep them separated.
Not the song I was expecting.
No.
It's definitely grounded something though.
Grounded something.
Fucking hell! Oh, okay. Jesus.
I was just going to say. Okay.
I thought that was hell. Ah! Fuck.
The predecessor, ND3500, reached. Accessing predecessor's travel log. Attempting data salvage.
I have encountered an unprecedented orphan. It was in a state of suppressed recomposition.
The behavior pattern of the orphans populating the
Yeah,
area
I can't remember.
is highly unusual.
I do now remember the Bloober is working on
Yeah,
something.
I know.
They showed it,
I know the member working on something, but I can't remember the name of this thing.
They become exceptionally
and it looked very Dead Space or something.
Yeah.
It is highly recommended to proceed with caution.
Good call. Kronos, the new
They
dawn.
seem to act more consistently, in coordination.
Destroying the nest is now a priority.
The stomping and all that sort of stuff. This really is kind of Dead Space, isn't it?
Such is our
Nothing wrong with that. Fuck. Okay. Quake or Wolfenstein? Quake or Wolfenstein? Ah, fuck, it's neither. Is this from the Beatles or is this someone else? Huh? Okay. Fucking red mohawk on the whatever the thing is pretty neat. Uh-oh. Yep. So is this new content for ESO, or is it just, hey, ESO exists? Okay, there you go. Okay. I have no interest in ESO, but
no,
neat.
Looks really neat though.
World premiere.
Okay. No available nows yet.
Mayday! Mayday! Code 1 to mission control, we're falling!
Surely not.
Thomas, the ship's breaking apart! There's no time! Evacuate! Now! Thomas, come in!
Ariane, you sacrificed everything for a new world, to save mankind. And I'll always love you.
Okay, definitely not Mass Effect.
Definitely not Mass Effect.
Wait, wasn't she in the ship?
Yeah, it's right.
Doesn't Don't Nod have something else coming out this year, or have they already put it out?
I think they've already put it out, haven't they?
I can't remember what it was though.
No.
Wherever you are,
Aphelion?
I'll find you.
Hello. Oh, that seems bad. Okay. Cool.
European Space Agency? What?
European Space Agency. What the fuck did Don't Nod put out earlier this year?
World premiere.
Welcome to England, Mr. David. I know this must be a shock, having never met your real father, but he left you this hotel in his will. It's been
Lost
your
Records.
family for generations.
And Koira.
Much like the caretaker. He's a little eccentric. You'll see.
Let me welcome you to the grand
for lonesome.
A hotel famous across the land. Every room used to be in such high demand. Your wish I'll command here at the Grand.
Wait, what?
Hello there. It looks like you're about to do some renovations. Would you like some help with that?
So, my father was renovating the hotel when he disappeared?
Not just the hotel. He was helping the entire village. You have his power tools. You know, you could pick up where he left off. You seem like a good man, like he was.
I'm in. They don't suspect a thing.
Just make sure the locals don't get wind of what you're really up to. Because if they find out, they will Wickerman your ass.
Wickerman your ass.
And things are gonna start looking bad. Don't make the same mistake your father made. In this case, the only one you can really trust is me.
What the actual fuck are these motherfuckers on?
I'm liking it, but I have no idea what the fuck it is.
I get, like, again, a few more games in, can't really say they're doing the same shit.
There are no ghosts at the Grand.
That one's not a PlayStation game.
Yeah, not the okay.
God, that looked cool.
That looked really cool.
And fucked.
Yeah.
World premiere? World premiere? Nope.
There are as many gods in the world as there are stars in the heavens. And when we need their help, they send us a hero. Who would have guessed that the
mythology?
leader of my homeland would be my daughter?
She unlocked the heavenly spear, but is she worthy?
Yes, Age of Mythology something's up. I think you're right, I think it's maybe an expansion. That's a fucking 8-headed dragon. Fucking Jesus, really?
Really?
65 million. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of people in the world.
This is true.
You can't rule if the
I love how they did a remaster of this and then putting out original DLC for it. What a fascinating showcase so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
EVR?
EVR? Yeah, I reckon. Very stylized R for sure.
Yeah. And not a name I'm familiar with.
Not a name I'm familiar with.
주권 국가의 자주적 결정을 누가 허락하는가?
Okay.
만약 이 결정이 패권 국가의 특정 정치 집단의 이익을 저해한다면 당신의 특정 행동이 대중의 의사결정에 영향을 미칠 수 있습니다. 반대로 누군가는 당신의 의사결정에 영향을 주려 한다는 것을 인지할 때 자신만의 온전한 입장을
It didn't say world premiere, did it?
No, I don't think it did.
당신의 입장은 온전한 본인의 판단인가? 그렇게 믿고 있거나
John Barenthal?
믿고 싶을 뿐.
어!
당신은 무엇 때문에 분노하는지.
Quickly looking at Google for EVR Studio, they had two things. One, Project M and Project TH. But it looks like there's 3 protagonists. Well, that seems bad.
지정태.
Hello. Okay.
Okay, that was not what I thought that was going to be. Okay.
Might have been that thing that you thought it was, but they've just given it a name. Because I did say Project M.
Yeah.
World premiere.
I don't remember seeing it, but it wasn't a world premiere, so... Wait!
Thunderfall. You sure?
No. Oh! Fuck, what was this?
Planet of Luna.
There you go.
This is already out. This is maybe...
Unless it's 2.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Is this what happened at the end of the game?
I never did finish it, so...
Oh.
Really cool.
Hmm?
It's a really good game.
Running 26? It was quite puzzly, the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's probably more, from my memory, more puzzly than like it was.
Platformery.
It wasn't necessarily like a platform per se, but yeah, just the void being seen by these sort of creatures and around,
yeah,
sort of robots around. It was puzzling to get out of there and not be seen by them.
Yeah. Oh fuck!
There wasn't any. Like, there wasn't any fight or any combat or anything like that.
Yeah.
Purely a puzzle.
What happened to the little cat guy? Meow. Whoa. There you go.
That was Lana. I thought it was Luma. Maybe it was Lana.
No, Lana, that sounds right.
It was Lana. Yeah, okay.
You're mixing up Luma Island and Planet of Lana.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Fuck, that's going everywhere.
Well, all the games are. I mean, that's what they do now.
Oh, I meant like every like 4, PlayStation 4, Switch, all that shit.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Quake!
All that.
Fuck! Here's the thing. Oh no, because it'll be Elder Scrolls next, not some Fallout.
Well, hello there. Beautiful day to relax by the old fishing hole, wouldn't you say?
No.
When it comes to fishing, Appalachia is a land aswim with opportunity. Yes, you'll find fish of all flavors in every walk of waterway.
Most of them taste like nuclear waste.
From its mightiest of rivers to its humblest of ponds. Just step up to the bank, cast your line, and when your bobber starts bobbing, reel in the rewards.
What sort of update is this? Hey, check this out. We got fishing now.
Worms. And how are they biting today?
See for yourself.
Bagging the big fish starts with finding the right tools for the job. There are as many unique combinations of rods, reels, bobbers, and baits as there are fish in the sea. And when you've caught your fill, pop over to the local tackle shop to swap fish tails. Can you smell that?
No.
No matter what troubles plague the future wastelands of Appalachia, you can always find comfort in cozy little joys like this. You just gotta know where to look. Vault Life is your ticket to easy living. Design and build your own little slice of paradise. A place to show off all
It's
the
fascinating
bits and
what they've
bobs
turned
of
this thing
collecting
into.
neutrons. Got a green thumb? Plant your own peaceful vegetable garden. And nothing warms the heart like a neighborhood cookout. Ah, community makes a wasteland a waste home. Join today And tomorrow you'll be kicking back and sharing a meal with friends in beautiful Appalachia.
That was pretty much the only. That's a good name.
Good name.
Yep. I was gonna say that's also the only way you can end that clip with that dude just going, ah, fuck.
Yeah. What? Over something?
I think this is like an anime MMO. Or like gotcha thing. Oh, it's an anime. / manga. And it's been on Android, iPhone, and PC for a bit, so it's now coming to Xbox.
Yeah, one of those things where you get told, oh, this game's really popular in South Korea or something, it's got like 16 fucking million bajillion players,
Yeah.
playing, you've never heard of it. You just never come to the break, you don't get those sort of games. So.
But yeah, there's a manga and a anime for it. Hopefully it goes better than that last time they tried bringing a popular Korean game over. Which is that, remember that military first-person shooter?
World premiere.
No.
Yeah. It didn't go well. Wait, Loom Island? I was curious until I saw the gacha shit. It's a legit ass coconut crab.
Mm.
This looks very off-brand Pokemon.
Yeah.
I wonder if Nintendo would sue.
Well, there's been no mechanic but there's no Pokemon stuff, so no, they wouldn't.
Nemo.
Okay. I mean, what did Matt Booty say?
Hey,
They
what's
give
up,
all their
everyone? It's Tony Hawk Pro
developers
Skater. I just want to say
freedom
thank
to
you to
make
everyone
anything?
for all the love and support we've seen.
Basically,
We
Pokemon.
announced Tony
Yeah.
Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 a few months ago.
I'm
These
so
games
pumped
have
out about
changed
the
my
career
life.
stuff
But
in
more
4.
than
They're
that,
gonna
I've
just
seen
make
them
it
help
2-minute
spread
runs.
our love and appreciation for skating all over the world, and that means everything to me and the team. I can't wait for you all to experience the game. It's been rebuilt with so much care and
Up a
attention to
little, Tony,
detail,
for the camera.
with some brand new parks, new music, new skaters, and more. And you can enjoy it all with your friends with up to 8 players in multiplayer. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 officially drops July 11th, and we have a lot more surprises to come. Check out the launch trailer now.
Surprises, you say, Mr. Hawk. Wait, this is the first Activision.
What's this? We just talked about it. physically possible.
Hmm?
I don't know, physically possible.
Hmm.
Watch it, mate.
Apparently, literally the only reason Bam is in this is because of Tony Hawk. I mean, yeah, that fits. They already got the Ninja Turtles license for Call of Duty. That's a wait. What? A skate park inside a pinball fucking machine?
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Yeah.
That's not in those games. Fucking pre-order demo, motherfuckers.
Demo.
Made by Iron, developed by Iron Galaxy. Dave Lane, get the
premiere.
Oh, hello.
Oh! Wait, is this Spirit Vera 2? No.
No, there's no.
Okay. I was following along for a second, then this happened.
Turn-based combat of some sort?
It certainly looks turn-based. Or at least that's the vibe you get from that, isn't it?
Yeah.
That fucking sword coming out of her throat is really disconcerting.
Okay.
They're not fucking around either, just bam,
No,
bam, bam, knocking this shit out.
There's nothing in between. There we go.
Gears.
This is reloaded.
Reloaded or E-Day?
This will be
It's reloaded.
This is reloaded. Yeah. Damn, they're like a month or two, so.
Yeah. My tomatoes!
Tomatoes!
Still the best line of this whole fucking franchise.
Look who decided to show up.
Fuck yeah, Coltrane.
You can still find your way back home, Phoenix.
That's alright, cross progression.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Looks like they upgraded.
Oh wow.
Was split screen not in the first one?
It was, but they don't doing split screen much anymore at all in many games. It wasn't the first one. That was actually how I played it with mine.
This is gonna be awesome.
Oh, Dom. If only you knew what was going to happen to you. So they're adding shit to it, or is it literally the same campaign?
I think it's the
I wonder.
campaign.
Yeah.
Basically, it's the remaster. In effect. And I'll probably play it. I really like that. First game is so fucking cool.
At the time, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's this TV spot, the different TV things that's doing my head. Or is this Zenless Zone Zero?
The world premiere. That's it.
Oh, this was rumored.
No date on
Next year, I'd say.
Yeah.
I think 3 Reload or whatever they called it came out last year. Well, it's nice that it's confirmed. It'd be 140 hours, but
The Smugglers League is always there, but you won't see us.
Sea of Thieves 2?
Hear us.
Just more content, I suspect.
Yeah.
And the only way you'd ever know it is if that's what we wanted. As smugglers, we deal in the goods others are afraid to handle. Guns, explosives.
And don't forget the rum.
It's a life of danger like no other. So I guess my question is, can you handle that?
The Smugglers League is a good name for new content for this thing.
You should know that this is what we're really after. The bigger the boom, the better. Smugglers need to be adaptable. It's more than moving under moonlight and shadows. You should be ready to take advantage of others' misfortune.
Were you always able to swim underwater like this?
Stealing, of course, is always an option.
You did have a,
Just do whatever it takes to get the job
Oh,
done.
okay.
You are pirates, after all.
Welcome, my friends, to the Smugglers League.
Oh, that's probably not good.
You're paying for that.
Season 17. Fucking hell.
Well, it's been going for a long... No,
Yeah, you keep forgetting how long that game's been out for.
how long that game's been around for.
Well, at least I keep forgetting how long.
World premiere.
Okay.
That certainly set some expectations.
Yep.
This is ridiculous. Please, come on.
What the fuck?
Oh, it's invincible. Maybe?
It said it's a new game, so unless it's rumoured.
It is, yeah, it's a game based on Invincible.
Dad, not even close.
I haven't kept up with this. I haven't watched the second season of this yet. But Omni-Man sure does fuck that dude up at the end of season 1.
I hoped you'd understand why I had to do this. Accept our rule or die.
I'd like to propose a third option.
I'm not your son anymore. I'm the guy who's going to throw you off this planet for good. I trusted you.
Wait, it's a fighting game? I didn't think it was going to be a fighting game. I thought it'd be like some sort of like narrative sort of thing. Narrative action adventure style.
Maybe there's no
funniest shit ever if you could put Invincible and Omni-Man on the same team.
Yeah, how you like this? It's an army.
I am ending you. I see it all now.
That was something I wasn't expecting it to be. Fucking hell. Oh, this fucking thing.
I'm here to even the odds.
Oh, Stranger Paradise, I think.
Know your place, little lamb. There's no one to save you now.
These games really do spectacle really, really well, but fuck, I've got no interest in playing them.
Yeah.
Is this Stranger Paradise, or is this just Final Fantasy 14 or 16, whatever the fuck the last PlayStation one was?
Valisthea cannot endure.
Answer that question.
Upon her being, but she may yet be saved by you.
Oh, okay. There's your first one of those for out of this thing.
Yep. There's not many of those available now at all, actually, when you think about it.
Not in recent, like, yeah, not recently.
World premiere for maybe. Ooh, another game from
Psychonauts 3?
Probably.
Sure as shit looks like it with that sort of layout.
That sort of style, yep.
Yeah, actually, no, you're right. It's just more the Double Fine art style than the Psychonauts.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about. Wait, what?
Crazy Lighthouse?
Yeah. Alright, this is definitely not a Psychonauts game then.
No, definitely not a Psychonauts.
I mean, it's weird and fucked up like a Psychonauts game, but... Like, Schaefer was literally on Day of the Devs. Why the fuck didn't he show it in shit? I suppose that's not the point of that, but...
No.
The bird turned itself back into an egg.
This looks absolutely phenomenal. I have no idea what it
This
is.
isn't a this year game, surely.
Oh, this can't be this year. I'd like it to be. This is awesome. Keeper. Fuck, it is this year. Jesus. They kept that under the fucking radar, haven't they? Jesus.
That, like, there's been like very few leaks out of the this weekend.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Games like Psychonauts 2
Hey!
showed how Double Fine excels at creating unique and innovative experiences, and Keeper is no exception. Looking ahead, next year marks 25 years of Xbox. It's a big milestone for the platform and franchises that you helped build and make popular. We couldn't have done this without everyone who's been with us on this journey. As we think about bringing a new generation of players to these iconic franchises, I'm excited to share that players will get to celebrate 25 years of Xbox with a new Fable, the next Forza, Gears of War E-Day, and the return of a classic that's been with us since the beginning. Today, you've seen an incredible range of games from creators across the globe.
How long's left?
Creators like In Exile, reaching for new
this is being
heights
built up
with
as a
Clockwork
one last
Revolution. Sluggerfly, making
recording?
Team Meat's modern classic
Our
platformer
team in on the
into
recording?
3D. Square Enix,
So unless there's
bringing
bloody-
more of the critically acclaimed
The Outer
Final
Worlds 2
Fantasy
thing must be like an
franchise
hour.
to
45
our
minutes or
players.
something, yeah.
And Team Ninja, returning to the beloved series they debuted on Xbox. You've also seen the next Xbox hardware release, our Xbox Ally handheld, which lets you bring your Xbox experience and your library with you anywhere. I hope you enjoyed the breadth and depth of the games, updates, and experiences that are coming to Xbox from our partners and our own creative teams. We're seeing more players on our platform and in our games than ever, thanks to all of you. We're proud of the creativity that Obsidian is delivering this year. Immediately after Showcase, our Direct begins, where you'll go inside the studio for an extended look at the Outer Worlds 2 and Grounded 2.
There you go, they'll show.
Thanks for joining us today. But before we get into the Direct, we have a final world premiere. Enjoy.
So no Fable, no Forza, you just mentioned they'll be next year. No E-Day.
Yeah, but you make it.
So they're all next year.
If they already were. I think they already were going to next year. But...
Yeah. There's a butterfly there, that's telling. But what does it tell?
Transformers?
Welcome to the Guild. We have been expecting you.
Mass Effect.
Follow me. You already know us as a global tech leader. Our software, our systems, combined with our skilled team, is designed to save lives. Your years of service have shown you the importance of our work. Here, you'll witness the global...
It's that dude from Heroes.
...in action. Let me introduce you to our esteemed visionary.
For too long, we have been bound by outdated systems, accepting limitations instead of redefining them. The Guild is safeguarding tomorrow, now. We are pioneering the future of protection worldwide. Our advancements are designed to elevate everyday life, reshaping the future of technology on a global scale. I'm Emma Kagan, CEO of the Guild.
Oop, you fucked it all up.
I like everything. Well done.
That certainly is a tonal shift.
Inception again, I think.
Oh, fucking Jesus. Can you imagine, though? Quantum Break 2. I think it's going to be something maybe called like the butterfly effect or some shit. Whoa!
Oh, gosh. Oh.
Oh! What game hasn't been shown yet?
Oh, God, okay. Fucking Jesus. Christ.
I was fucking thinking about it. I was like, what the fuck could this be?
That's actually got me quite intrigued for the campaign, actually.
The campaign's gonna be... What the fuck is that campaign gonna be?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was like, I'm satisfied with what we saw out of both Outer Worlds 2 and Grounded 2. I don't need to see this.
No. Just do that.
Because that, yeah. Huh.
Well.
Fuck, that was a thing.
That was, yeah. Just pause that. Okay.
So no Forza at all, whether Horizon or otherwise. So no one Spencer made the indication that there'll be a Forza next year. Is it Horizon or is it Motorsport, quote unquote, 2?
Yeah, probably Horizon, but it sort of doesn't matter at this point, does it?
I want Forza Horizon 6.
No, what I mean is it wasn't talked about, so what does it sort of matter?
No.
That's what I mean.
No Fable, but he did, again, mentioned that it was going to be, that's next year. Yeah. E-Day next year. Mm-hmm. I kind of thought E-Day might be holiday.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of hoping for too,
But like having, what's it, Resurrected? Reloaded? Reloaded.
Yeah, Reloaded, yeah.
End of August probably takes care of the Gears need for the year, and then you've got new Gears maybe March, April sometime next year, possibly.
Who knows, yeah.
But fuck me, Wow.
There's an article here. Hollow Knight Silksong will be available at launch and in Game Pass when Alloy releases later this year.
Okay. How fucking hilarious that the only mention or showing of Hollow Knight Silksong was to promote a fucking handheld. There's no date for it yet, is there, for the Ally thing?
No, later this year.
Alright. Mention of price?
No, literally nothing. I'm just looking at everything announced thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it hits the portable Xbox that's been talked about for years. I don't want to say years, that's probably not quite accurate.
Yeah, a couple of years at least, yeah.
But it does also play into the more recent reports that Microsoft wasn't necessarily going to make their own handheld. They were going to partner with, for lack of a better term, a third party.
Yeah.
And they've done that by partnering with Asus.
Mm-hmm.
They've got some pretty fleshed out tech specs on the Asus website.
Oh, okay.
So the X, I don't know what much of this means for the processor. Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme processor, so there's no clock speed on that. 24 gig RAM that's slightly faster than the non-X Ally. Double the internal storage, 1 terabyte. Display is full 1080.
That RAM up boost is impressive, actually. What have I got in mind? I think
so it's DDR5, but it's a faster version of DDR5.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So it's got LP, so Linkin Park, DDR5X-8000 for the X. Same but 6400, but 16 gigabit for the non-X.
Okay. Yep.
Different connectivity. USB 4, DisplayPort 2.1, Thunderbolt. Few bits, micro SD. And then there's
what I'm really curious about is it's just regular. Well, that's a really reductive way to say this. Is regular hardware, but it's got to be the OS on top of it that's the difference. and that's what I'm really intrigued by.
Insofar as, is it the armor crate or whatever that's already on the ROG, or because the operating system is literally just Windows 11 Home?
Yeah, but they've done something to make it more a bit more usable.
Mm.
I'm curious what that means exactly.
Same dimensions between the two models. The X is slightly heavier by like fucking 45 grams. Bigger battery.
Yeah, that's always going to have to be a thing. Yeah.
80, I'm assuming WH is 80 watt hours.
Yeah, it would be. Yep.
And then the non-X is 60.
Yeah, I'm just reading that now.
What would you peg the price on that as like Australian? That'd have to be between what, 1,800 and 2,400 or some shit?
No idea, mate. No idea.
Fucking hell. Well, nah, it'd be more expensive than that, because what's a normal LIX?
About
1300, okay.
1,500, something like that.
15, yes, 1,600. Fucking hell.
70, okay, yeah. That battery is actually quite impressive.
Insofar like the 80 watt hours.
80 watt hours thing. God. I mean, it's always going to be the biggest issue with the handheld.
A portable thing like this, yeah.
Things like that is always going to be battery life. I mean, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same thing for the Switch 2. It's going to be the same thing for Stream Decks, all that sort of stuff. It's always
Would that 80 watt hours be the same amount of time though, because you have more powerful parts to power?
Well, it depends on how efficient they've made all the hardware inside it. Because remember, it's all just system on a chip stuff, so it's not it's not like the stuff you've got in a regular PC. So it is different in that respect.
I wonder what. Yeah, I mean, 1080p, so it's probably maybe specs wise slightly better than the Series S.
Probably, yeah.
Or performative, from a performative perspective, slightly for arms around the same sort of Series S point. But fucking hell, I just went to the Steam store homepage to go into that Xbox showcase. The first Mortal Shell right now, $2.24, 95% off, with a banner on the tile saying, "Hey, sequel announced." Adults, right? I remember how we started, and I was like, "What's the better? What's it going to do if they just hey, check this out, rest of the year, and they kind of did it.
They kind of did it, yeah.
Like Ninja Gaiden 4 and Outer Worlds 2 are both a week from each other. Fucking hell, that indie DLC is $60.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It must be. It has to be pretty substantial then for them to go that much.
That's almost like a full game price, really.
Yeah. October 18th for Keeper. Gears, we already know that's 70.
Yep.
On August 27th.
Pretty good price of
it. Tony Hawk's 3 and 4, $75 on July 11.
Yep.
No price for Grounded 2 yet.
Mm-hmm.
But July 2025, no price or no date for Clockwork Revolution, but it's pretty safe to bet probably early to mid next year. And Call of Duty Black Ops 7 to be announced, so not very little in the way of details there, but again, is that really the biggest surprise? Nah.
No.
But that was a really impressive showing.
Yeah.
Because like the biggest criticism that we had coming out of basically the two big ones, besides this one, it's the Sony State of Play and SGF, was the fuck are they going to do from a decently scoped sized game for the second half of the year? And B, fucking everything. There's a lot of similarity in a lot of the releases announced. You can't level any of I I don't think you can level any of those criticisms, and even trying to be like impartial in this idea of, but I don't think you can level those criticisms of what they showed.
No, not at all. No.
Like,
no,
is there
something
of a gameplay similarity between Outer Worlds 2 and Clockwork Revolution? Sort of seems like it to an extent with the dialogue tree, the first-person shooting.
Yeah.
But they're set in different time periods. Like one's steampunk, 1800, like 1890s.
One's more aligned with Bioshock Infinite than I think, in terms of.
That's a good way to describe, like sort of Bioshock Infinite.
I think it's going to be that sort of game rather than a.
And that's sort of what they showed with like the sort of rail shit. They showed a bit of that, and fucking hell, man, that keeper being like they put a fucking explicit date on that fucking thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that stops a game from slipping, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. What a fucking thing.
Yeah, so let's just, so if we go. Yeah, so what? I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff in them, yeah. So had that Dawn of the Blood of the Dawnwalker.
Oh, yeah. There were a few things that got shown that weren't on the Steam page for it.
No, because I don't have one yet. So
no, Blood of Dawnwalker has one.
Yeah, but but you didn't. Okay, so Meat Boy came 3D. That's pretty. I'm not going to play it, but that's fucking awesome.
That's a fucking surprise.
Ninja Gaiden 4, as you said, the DLC for Indiana Jones. Beast of Riang is a Monster Hunter like. Oh, okay, that's what they're saying. Monster Hunter like. Okay, fair enough. Beast of Riang.
Monster Hunter. Huh.
Oh, that was that one. Okay. Okay, fair enough.
What was that?
I was just reminding myself what some of that was. Chronos: The New Dawn was a new game from
Bloober.
Yep. Elder Scrolls stuff. Don't nod.
The Resonance. Oh, sorry.
No, Aphelion. Yeah. Reveal that new one from Don't Nod. There are no ghosts at the ground. That looked really interesting.
Yeah, that was.
I'm looking at a press start article and they're describing there are no ghosts at the ground is like Power Wash Simulator cross Alice in Wonderland, and that's kind of right. Yeah.
Yes, don't get me wrong. That's exactly what it looked like. But what sort of fucking what? Who thinks of that as a combination? Who thinks of putting those two disparate things and just going, checks out, and squashing them together? Wow.
Age of Mythology getting its expansion.
Mudang.
There's two hearts. It's equal parts shooty and stealthy. So third-person action looks enormously common. It's set in South Korea and follows a soldier tasked with protecting a K-pop star at all costs as his country's north and south verge on Rin. Oh, okay. And Atlanta 2, that Gone Fusion, which is a really good name.
That is a really good name.
Yeah.
I just looked. The Mudang Two Hearts doesn't have a Steam page yet. Oh yeah, High on Life 2.
Yeah, High on Life 2. Yep.
A lot of skateboarding in that game. The Final Fantasies.
Yeah, all that stuff was there. Yep. And that Persona 4 thing.
Yep.
Extra Sea of Thieves content. That Invincible versus whatever it was thing. Yeah, the Final Family stuff, as you say. Outer Worlds 2. Clockwork Revolution looks really cool. I mean, that.
Yeah, it does.
That looks really, really good. That's yeah, looking really, really good.
That and Nemo, the kind of Pokemon-y. Well, this looks like a Pokemon-like with real-time combat. Interesting.
Yeah, that's why I don't think it'll have anything like I think saying it's a Pokemon doesn't make any sense to me because it had actual combat in there. That's looking at this. We've got a reveal of the Renaissance, the Plague Tale Legacy. It looked like that might be some sort of a spin-off all about Sophia, which I think is a character from the second one. I think. Maybe it might be it's a character from one of the other games. I suspect. Looking at that, name doesn't ring a bell with me. So. Life gets...
Also known as the Sea Scorpion, is a pirate smuggler, well known for her illegal trading business. She was her debut, A Plague Tale Requiem.
Okay, she was in the second
one. Yeah, second one.
Yeah, the name rings a vague bell, but I can't. It's been a while since I played that one. So.
Did you play through that?
No, I didn't. One of those things I wanted to get to, but never got through it all.
That I'm still kind of spun out on the Invincible Versus thing. I didn't pick that being a fighting game at all.
Okay. Considering it's based on fighting characters, I'm not too sure what.
Oh yeah, definitely. I just thought it was going to be like some sort of character action thing or something like that. But fuck.
I wonder if anybody. So this is the Rogue Ally thing was something I did get because I saw that, but I am curious because I actually saw. Where did I see it? Where is it? No, can't see it. That's what I want.
This is a good article on PC Gamer. Every video game showcase is a PC gaming show now.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's kind of funny.
Yep.
Where
the hell was it gone? Yeah, okay. IGN had a live, but they showed it in an audience or something. That trailer, that whole showcase. Didn't realize I'd did it that way.
Oh, okay.
There's a thing here of the audience reacting to the announcement of the Ally of the handheld.
Okay. Did they suggest what sort of reaction they had? If it's a good or positive or negative or?
I will play it without audio. I can just watch the reaction. So far, it's just the. I think they. Yeah, it's been hyped up by somebody else or in some sort of MC sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
So that's probably why it got a bigger reaction. Yeah, not as dramatic as I think the little thumbnail they put on there suggested it might have been.
Yeah.
I'm now trying to find the hell. Oh God. Being distracted here. There's an Anno 117 release date trailer. Wonder where that got announced. Where that got announced in
PC gaming show, perhaps?
PC gaming show that I'm currently watching. Yeah. When I scroll past all of the stuff that in this, I'm pretty sure I saw Linus Tech Tips had something on the Alloy. I'm sure I saw it. But my God. Scrolling past all the other stuff I get on my feed. It's taking a while to get to it. Taking a while to find the damn thing. I saw it earlier.
Like the Xbox One?
No, I've got all this other stuff. I was subscribed to a whole bunch of different channels, as you can imagine. But I've got all of the consoles, like all of the trailers from multiple different sources. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, let's see what sort of...
I think it's pretty safe to say back half of the Summer Games Fest a lot stronger than the front half.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I mean, the Sony State of Play was, as we sort of, after we did it, both were disappointed on that thing. Because A, it didn't have anything that was sort of this year, and also most of the games were kind of the same. But for the other shows we've seen, Summer Games Fest was a little bit more broad in terms of what they showed. Give it that.
Within like a few different, like there was fair few Souls-likes, quite a few MMOs.
Yeah, but it was a little
of various forms.
It was a little bit different. But then, as you say, the day that, like the ones we've seen, not to have talked over them, but the day of the devs, the future games show, the PC game I'm watching now, this one, and at Frosty Games Fest, yeah, like if you were to rank them 1 through 4 of the ones we've watched, I think you'd probably put Xbox One, probably.
Yeah.
I think I'd go the Frosty Games Fest 2, probably Summer Games Fest 3, and then State of Play 4 would be probably the ranking if you're going to rank them. But if you were to chuck in the Day of the Devs and the Future Game Show and what I'm watching now, that would shuffle around a fair bit too. But nothing. What wouldn't change is the Summer Games Fest and State of Play would be last two. So
I would probably still have SGF a bit higher purely from even though yes there were quite a few Souls-likes announced, I'm a much bigger fan of those, and I do like.
As I said, like it depends on who you are, as I've said about all of these things. But yeah, I mean that's but it's like there's now stuff this year to play. Like that's what you've been. Yeah. Some of the things you've been sort of mentioning. I've got enough to play.
That back half.
I didn't really need a lot of other things to play, but there's now stuff to play.
There is that part too, where it's like I'm kind of I'm complaining about the back half looks pretty empty. I've still got fucking like 8 weeks worth of bought games that equal a rather silly large number, which are multiple hours. And I'm like, there's not much going on for the second half of the year. And it's like, well, you fucking idiot. Like, some of the shit you don't even get, bro.
You don't even need that. You don't need it. But, I mean, the thing is, like, a game comes out, you don't have to play it when it comes out. So that's the thing. So if that game comes out and it launches okay, then great. If it doesn't look okay, you need to give it some time to, get bugs fixed, whatever, that's game development. Yes,
making games is hard. I don't give a fuck what anyone on the internet says.
Games shouldn't come out really, really bad, but they do. It's the nature of it.
Yep.
So it is what it is. But so yeah, games coming out is a good thing. But Yeah, I think over the last couple of days, I've doubled the length of my wish list. I've added probably 30.
I haven't quite done that because my wish list was already like 750 odd.
Yeah, that's insane. But anyway, that's what you've done. Yeah, so my
almost all of that is not unreleased games.
Either way, it's a big wish list.
Oh, it's a lot number. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not a large number, but
yeah. So I mean, I think, and that's sort of what we're saying when we. I think I don't know which one we're having, which one of these which showcase we're having this conversation in, but maybe it's after the actual Summer Games Fest show from Keeley, but discoverability is friggin' hard.
Yeah.
18,000 games on Steam last year. That conversation. So these events are really good to see what's coming out. Like that Keeper show. Like, I mean, obviously that would have got coverage because of who's behind it, but yeah, I just think there's a lot of neat little stuff coming out.
Stuff like the Future Game Show, the PC Gaming Show, the Frosty Fest, Day of the Devs, that's where some of that discoverability gets a little bit easier because Microsoft being behind a lot of those releases, or invariably all of those releases because they're on the fucking Xbox showcase, means that it's going to be discovered one way or another. SDF games showing up there.
Yeah, I mean,
generally.
Yeah, I mean those two.
But like
the games on those big showcases are going to get coverage outside of the showcases.
Yes.
But I mean, I was basically watching that PC gaming thing. I was just on my phone, finding games on Steam and wishlisting as I came across them, sort of thing.
Yeah, I've got the article in front of me now because I'm going to have a look at it in a sec. But like, that's 70 plus games. Frosty Fest was 50 plus.
Yep.
The Future Gaming Show, and this doesn't mean that there isn't crossover between those things. Let's not kid ourselves.
There's one game that there's gone onto my radar, and you probably would have seen it in one of the shows or one of the lists because it was a lot of as you say lists. Let me just get the name of it first.
Just while you're getting that name, like that's 200, 300 games. And now it's still shown in a single weekend. This sounds like a really stupid thing to say in some regards, but it's just how my head works. That number fucking terrifies me. Because that means there's going to be so many fucking games that have either incredible potential or could be rad that I don't get to. And that bums me out some.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's like mad first world problems.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's not kid ourselves.
Yep.
But when you want to see the health and the stability of the video game industry grow, having a lot of money built into just like 3 or 4 games, which is what's happening with like Fortnite, Roblox, that sort of shit, and just all these fucking awesome games going by the wayside, even if they are shown at these sorts of events, just because of how many games are coming out. That's where I get sort of bummed out a bit. And it's just like, man, I want to play this. I want to show this off. I want to talk about it to people. But fuck, when am I going to play it? Anyway, did you find that name?
Yes. So the game, it's actually, just they've announced a demo for it. It's called Erexholm. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. The Stolen Dream. It's like a...
Yeah, Eric's Home, The Stolen Dream, yep.
Yeah, I
already had it on a wish list, but yeah.
Yeah, it's got a date now. It's in like a month and a bit, or about a month. Demo's just been announced as part of the Next Fest. It just looks really awesome. So, but that's been shown on like 3 showcases that I've seen so far, and so has Hero Gami. I've seen multiple times as well.
Yes.
So, as you said, like when we say there's 300 games or whatever's been you sort of talked about, there is crossover between all 3 of them, because as you said, most of them are like. Well, that's the other thing. Sort of one thing that's probably the big surprise, not big surprise, but surprise to you for some reason. But there's all of the games on that from Showcase is on every other fucking platform.
Yeah.
But that's what Xbox have been going towards for quite some time now.
I think my main surprise is like seemingly day and date. That's my main surprise.
Yeah, some of them would be, but most of them, if they're on Game Pass, they obviously will be day and date, but on Game Pass for free. So that's the differentiator between the two platforms, I guess you could say. But yeah, I mean, some good stuff there. I think it's the It's sort of the very.
I think if you look at it from an expectation versus outcome, that also might have been the most surprising.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because, like, who the fuck thought there was going to be a super fucking Meat Boy 3D?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Particularly when that fucking part comes up, it's like, wait, did Xbox work out some sort of deal with Nintendo? What the fuck is going on here?
I think we both had the exact same reaction.
I was like, hang on.
Well, hang on.
If that fucking plumber comes out of that fucking pipe, there's some shit gone awry. Fucking bail, burn it all down. It's the 7th layer of hell being unlocked. Fuck. But, yeah. All
right, cool.
I don't have a great deal more to say.
No, I don't think we do either. I think we'll wrap it up. So that was the Xbox Showcase for the Summer Games Fest 2025. That is our last React talkover that we're going to do. It's also probably the last event anyway, basically.
Pretty much. I think there's like Black Voices in Gaming and one other.
Okay, fair enough. We're going to take next weekend off in terms of doing stuff together. Yep. So Steve might do a couple of streams as he normally does. Head off to his Twitch TV.com/Enemy Starship for that stuff. But we'll be back probably the following week, probably for a podcast, I suspect.
I'd say that's probably the best.
3
like just sort of a. So, as a heads up for what I've got listed for when we invariably do talk about this stuff, I've got basically I'm trying to keep them pretty short, lists of what are some dope shit that wasn't new, wasn't like a premiere. That's a lot shorter. And I've got a few, I made note of some things that I'm like, this is shit that just got announced and it looks fucking awesome.
Okay.
So if we decide, depending on how we decide to talk about it, because I remember when we did E3 review podcast and they became 4 fucking hours.
Yeah, we're not doing that, but we'll do something. But yeah, we're not going to do that because I haven't got the energy of that stuff anymore. But yes, we'll do that.
Getting fucking old.
We'll do that in a couple of weeks' time. Keep out for Steve's streams in the interim. But until then, thanks Steve for joining that with me, and we'll be back in a couple of weeks.
Just before you hit the button, cheers for doing all the technical shit.
No, all good.
Like,
easy as.
You've got it all wired now, but like it's still a fucking pain in the ass to deal with and set up, I imagine.
Well, it takes 2 PCs to do it, so yeah, it's a bit of fun. So
I'm just a fucking chucklehead who shows up and says some dumb shit.
And on that note, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks everyone. Goodbye.
On that note, I'm just a fucking chucklehead.